Okay, I am here with Margaret Krivchenia, who is the author of the Four Cousin Mystery series. And there are 4 books in total right now, 2 that have been published. Margaret, tell me a little bit about your books and why you wrote them.
Well, the books are mystery series for ages 8 to 12. And the inspiration was my 4 grandchildren. They're the 4 cousins in the mystery series. And I began writing, probably around 10, 12 years ago, when my grandchildren were very little. And I started by telling them bedtime stories. And it evolved into the mystery series. I started out when they were like 3 and 4, 2, 3, and 4, telling them about, a magical wood with talking animals. And I started, writing down the stories. And then I thought, I always loved the Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys mystery series. And I thought, I just feel inspired to write a mystery series using my 4 grandchildren. So the first one started out with the Ghost of Canyon Camp set in Yellowstone. And I decided that I would have the adventure set in various locations throughout the United States. And I would have some historical information in there. Yellowstone, we talked about the geysers and that Yellowstone sits on an active volcano. We talked about the bison and the wolf and the deer and everything else that's there. And in between, we wove a mystery of them getting caught in caves and having to, escape and all of that. And then the next book is The Haunted Lighthouse, which is out right now, set in Sanibel Island. And again, I took a look at the history of Sanibel, which has to do with pirates. In the 1800s, the pirates would bring their treasure there and their captives, and it has quite a past. So I decided that this adventure would have modern day pirates would kidnap the 4 cousins, and the adventure goes from there. Supposedly the lighthouse has a history, and there's lights people see and voices, and it's called The Haunted Lighthouse. But I also wanted to make sure that the 4 cousins, they always help people in the books. And at the end of the book, they help to turn people's lives around and help them through love and forgiveness and direct them to the part that God is always in their life. So the 4 cousins say their grace before meals. They said prayers before they go to bed, and they always know that God is watching over them. And I wanted that to be a theme throughout the books also. The 4th book is set back in Wyoming, and they learn about the gold rush, and they learn about dinosaurs in Wyoming. And it's just a very fun story for them. Again, this time being trapped in an abandoned mine and visiting a ghost town called Kerwin. And then the 4th book, which will be out at Christmas time, is set in North Carolina in the Asheville area. And so we talk about, the Biltmore House and that particular area. So just try to use it for excitement and adventure and inspiration, and again, showing the goodness of children and how they can bring out the goodness of others.
That's awesome. They're available online at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And yes. I know you published through Christian Faith Publishing. How was your experience publishing through Christian Faith?
Well, it's been a wonderful experience. It's been a learning experience for me because I had no idea what was involved in publishing a book. And so my publicist is Leslie Fox, and she walks me through every aspect of it. And you submit your book. It is read by a series of reviewers. They either accept or don't accept your book. If they accept it, then they begin the editing process, which can take at least 3 months. And have a page design where you are able to submit photographs or illustrations. From there, it goes to cover design. And throughout all of this, you are rereading your book to make sure that there are no errors in it, and that is exactly the way you want it to be. And then it goes into the website and being put on, the platforms, the various platforms, whether it would be Amazon or Barnes & Noble or all of this. is just a real exciting process, and I've learned a whole lot through it all.
Well, it sounds like there is something for everyone, that a huge age range of kids could really dig in and enjoy this. Thank you so much for visiting with me about your books. It was so nice to talk with you.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.